What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope you all are having a great day. And a little update. Yesterday, we heard that the YouTube and Disney negotiations were actually going along a little bit better. What we'd actually heard is that the price for ESPN that everybody was good with, it's actually the Disney portion of it that they're, trying to negotiate. So here's what's happening. What's happening is YouTube TV is growing like crazy. The whole platform for YouTube is taking over, which is typically, what usually happens, like when you think of MySpace and things, that these different platforms and apps and things like that have a shelf life and eventually something else replaces them. Well, YouTube, of course, has been going on for 20 years now, almost close to 20 years. My daughter has been doing YouTube for 16 years. The fact that I have been here almost 10 years, well, technically 13 years. That's when 2012 is when my daughter helped set up my first channel. Nobody paid any attention to it till 2016. So that's when I really think about the time that I started. But technically, it's been 13 years. And instead of going passe and going out of favor, like most things have, like MySpace and so on, and I dare say Facebook is not as popular as it used to be. And you can go through all these different things. But YouTube has evolved to being this all-encompassing thing where you can get the amateurs like me that do the content. You can be a resource on how to fix anything or how to do stuff. And now you're having legitimate television where I can cut cable and I can get the NFL Sunday ticket. I can get up seeing all my sports and everything else. And I dare say that YouTube, with the innovations that they've done with the quad boxes, that they're actually now able to do, where you can do the quad boxes on regular programming, is innovative. For me, I love the fact that instead of me having cable TV and my home in Springfield, and then when I'm down at the Red Brick House, having to have cable TV and paying for a service that I'm not at one or the other, half of the time, is doubling up and is bad. So for me to be able to say I can stream wherever I go, even if I go to the draft, I can stream my TV. Well, as it's continued to grow, the problem is Disney recognizes that it's growing and eventually it will take over more and more of the share. It's already doing it. As people cut cable, they're going to YouTube TV. And to put up this fight, this is the longest that Disney has been in a fight with anybody. And they're losing $30 million a week. And here it is, Monday Night Football, Cowboys are on ESPN. And it seemed like they were making progress yesterday. And today, the CEO of Disney said they're dug in to go ahead and stay there as long as needed. As in, we don't give a rat's ass about you wanting ESPN because we are here in the entertainment business for all of Disney. And herein lies the problem. See, this is the biggest problem, not just with this situation, but in general. What most people don't realize is most things are owned by one entity or a couple of entities, okay? You may look at it and say, I love my craft beer. The hell with Budweiser and all that shit, man. Fuck that shit, man. I like my craft beer. Well, guess what? Budweiser owns most of those craft beers. It's the same company. In the same way that Cadillac and GM are the same company. It's just a different division. Most people don't realize when you buy eyeglasses, most of them are all owned by the same company. And so as you now have Disney, which you're used to seeing like Star Wars and that kind of shit on, being in bed and owning ESPN is not a good thing for us, the consumers, because they're holding out something that they have a deal for ESPN. I don't give a rat's ass about Disney programming. All I want is I want to be able to see my football at a regular price. And there's something wrong with now the fact that you got to have a freaking app when I used to could just turn on the TV and dial to ABC and see Monday Night Football. Now, I got to see what app is the game on? Do I have that app? Does the thing have to be reset where now I got to scan it with my phone and go in there and remember what my freaking password was? This shit is too hard for an old person like me. That's right, I'm an old ass. I'm 60 years old and I'm technology challenged. And I don't know how, we'll watch something. I don't know how to get on her Netflix. I don't know how to do that. It's like, screw that. Y'all need to get this shit together. And what the NFL really needs to do, here's what I would rather. This is what I would rather. Listen, NFL, make it easy for us old people, okay? By putting all of the football in one place and just charge us in that spot. Don't make me pay $400 or $3 something for NFL Sunday ticket. Don't make me have to go through and get Amazon, even though my wife already has Amazon Prime. Don't make me have to get Netflix and Paramount and Piedmont and all of these different apps. Just go ahead, charge me one big rate and just say, this is the NFL ticket and that's what it's going to cost. Okay? Because half of the problem is all the bullshit and everything else, and the fact that you can be held hostage. You realize that the Dallas Cowboys are the big ticket. We've already missed one game because of this dispute. Now we're about to miss a second Dallas Cowboy game. And I can't believe that the NFL hasn't put pressure on this thing to say, get this shit done. We, the fans, are the ones that are going to get screwed. And if this is a prolonged thing, well, hell, in 2 more months, there won't be any more Monday Night Football. No, there'll be a playoff Monday night game. But seriously, in about 2 more months, it's over with and done with. Yeah. And I don't need ESPN after that. I can see the regular ESPN content on YouTube, the clips. I don't want to sit there and watch all the first take and all that bullshit. Give me the highlights. Get this shit fixed.